Hey besties, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lara Savage. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it in and outside your circle. Guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an infinity top. Now I have another video on my channel where I made a pencil skirt with detachable infinity strips. So in this video it's going to be just a top that I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an infinity top. If you want to check out that video, I'm going to link it up here and in the description box so that you guys can go check it out. But now let's get into this amazing top that you can style in over 100 ways. I am not kidding, over 100 ways. I even have another video where I showed you guys multiple ways of tying this in different ways, and you can also check online for more and more ways of styling this particular top. Let's get into it. Now guys, for this top you're going to be needing some pieces basically, so let's break it down. So you're going to be needing your front band, so the one at the waist side, which is going to be your waist measurements divided by 2 plus 2 inches for overlap on the two sides. So I don't want mine to be like my exact waist measurement. I want it to like overflow to the back a bit. So that's going to be plus 2 inches and then 1 inch for my sewing allowance. So like I said again, waist divided by 2 plus 3 inches basically. Cut it out by 8 inches. So you're going to cut the width as 8 inches, but the length will be your waist divided by 2 plus 2 inches plus 1 inch for the seam allowance. Now the next thing you're going to cut out is your main strips. So the 2 strips that are going to be in front, which is going to be your bust circumference divided by 4 plus 2 inches, and it's going to be by about 100 inches. So the longer you have it, the more ways to wrap it on your body. So what I've done here is my bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches, that gave me roughly 10 inches, and then by 100 inches. Then I also have these Ankara strips, which are about 3 inches wide, but they are really long. I'm going to use them as the bias tape to create an Ankara African design on the edges of my strips. Now if you don't want that, you can easily just sew it using your normal finishing, just double fold on the edges and you're good to go. But in my case I wanted that African touch so that it can just look amazing basically. So that's why I have these strips that are about 3 inches wide. Then the final thing you need is the bands for the back, so the elastic band for the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure what I measured earlier for my front band. Basically I'm going to measure that exact measurement by 3 inches this time. So it's not by 8 inches, it's by 3 inches, 2 pieces. In my case I have 18 inches by 3 inches because the other piece was 18 inches in total for me, and this one is going to be 18 inches as well by 3 inches. So cut out 2 pieces of that, and then what you're going to do is you're going to fold it into 2 just like this, and then sew it down on the long edge. Now you're going to take the first piece, so the main band, front band piece basically that you cut out, the one that was by 8 inches, and what you're going to do is you're going to fold it at the top and at the bottom of the long edges by ½ an inch. So can you guys see what I've done right here? I've pinned it down, and then you're now going to fold it into 2 right sides facing. Now once you folded it, you're going to sew it along that short edge. So do it for this side and then repeat the same process on the other side. Fold it in by ½ an inch on the 2 sides and then fold it into 2 and sew it down. Now while I'm at it, I'm also going to iron my bias tape. So these are going to be like bias tapes basically. Now you know how our bias tapes are sewn, they're folded into 2, then folded into 2 again, just like I'm doing right here, just like I'm showing you guys. So that's what you're going to do. I'm going to just iron it down so that it can make my work easier basically. Now guys, this is what it looks like. I have sewn these ones and I'm going to turn it to the right side turn those ones to the right side as well, the smaller pieces, the bands basically, turn them to the right side, and this is what you're going to have. Now guys, like I told you, I have ironed this as well, so this is what it looks like. Now we're going to be adding our elastic. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut out an elastic band of my waist measurements divided by 2 minus about 2 to 3 inches. So your elastic is going to stretch, so just minus about 2 to 3 inches, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert it into this casing. So insert it into the casing, and once you get to the end right there, you're going to now fold the raw edge inside and hide the elastic inside basically, and sew it down.
This pain you already know, turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go, watch me turn this.
Now after sewing it down, I have pinned it here just to show you guys how it will look. I'm going to place it on the front piece, so that band piece. I'm going to place it on the wrong side, the part that I want to be the wrong side. That's where I'm going to place it right there. So can you guys see what I'm doing? I have placed it on it, and I'm going to sew it down. And I'm going to repeat the process of hiding the raw edge of my band basically. So can you guys see what I'm doing? Hide the raw edge and sew it down. Now if you want your band to be on your piece basically just like that, you can sew it down to the other side of your front band basically. But I want a press button, so I always like putting press buttons on my things, so I want a press button, so I'm not going to finish sewing it on the other side. So I don't know if you guys get what I mean, but I'm going to just sew it down on the other side of this elastic band, then add press buttons to it. Now you're going to repeat the process on the second band as well. So repeat the process, put in your elastic, put it on the bottom part of your band, the front band, and just align it correctly. Now guys, I'm going to take my strips, and I'm going to take the bias tape I created, and I'm going to put it along all the edges. So can you guys see what I'm doing? Put the strips along all the edges so that you can easily sew it correctly. So pin it down, place it there and pin it down. You're going to be doing this for the 2 long edges and one of the short edges. So you know the strip is a rectangle. You're going to be doing 3 sides. So one of the short edge is going to be raw edges, because you're not going to be it's going to be inside basically. You're going to see how I'm going to sew it. So just finish 3 of the edges, and then once you're done, it's going to take a while, so just take your time, do it, and then once you're done, you're going to have something that looks somewhat like this. Now guys, once you're done sewing, you're going to take your front band, so this piece right here, and they're going to find the center. Guys, once you find the center, mark it down, and then you're going to measure 1 inch on both sides of this center. So 1 inch in and 1 inch out, just like I've done right here. So just mark it right there. Now guys, after marking this 1 inch on both sides, you're going to go from that same center again, and they're going to mark your waist measurements divided by 4 on both sides. So you know you have 1 inch, 1 inch. Now in my case it's 7 inches, that is my waist divided by 4. I'm going to measure 7 inches on both sides from the center. From the center. That's what you're going to do. So on both sides, mark it, and then what you're going to do is you're going to place your strips. So one end of the strip, you're going to place it on that 7 inches mark that I created. So whatever yours is, place it on it right there. And then the second one, the second edge, you're going to place it on the second 1 inch mark. So the 1 inch mark after the center, so that you can have an overlap like in the middle so that you don't have opening on your chest. So you're going to pin it down at the 7 inches mark in my case, and then at this 1 inch mark right here. Now you can see that the middle is going to be very, very loose. So you're going to use that to create pleats. So can you guys see what I'm doing? I'm just going to use that to create pleats. Whatever amount of pleats you want, that's what you're going to create. And then you're going to pin it down right there. Now we're going to take our second piece and I'm going to place it at that 7-inch mark again. And then this time the other part will be on the other 1-inch mark that we created. So now to be able to get it, I'm going to remove the pin I put here and I'm going to overlap it to that 1-inch point. So can you guys see what I'm doing? Just place it right there and pin it down. So pin it down right there and align the other one under and pin it correctly inside the band basically. Now do the same thing for this. Create your pleats and then sew it down on the edge right there. So sew it down and then you're going to have your piece almost ready. Now once you're done sewing, you're now going to put your press buttons. Now you can either sew it down instead of putting press buttons. Just sew it down so that when you're wearing it, you're just wearing it from the bottom up or from the top down. It's going to be easier that way. Or you're going to just put a press button on the 2 bands basically. So whatever amount of press buttons you want, you can use 1, you can use 2. So you can just sew it to the edge right there. And once you're done sewing, you can now put the corresponding press button on the other side of the front band basically. So can you guys see what I'm doing right here? So put it right there and then your top is ready.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets.
Now guys, that's all I have for this particular top. I have a video already on how to tie this in different ways. I'm going to link it down below so that you guys can go check them out. You can also check online. You'll see amazing styles that you can use. And I actually loved making this. It's easy to wear, it's comfortable, it's beautiful, it's versatile, it's sustainable. You guys know me, sustainable fashion is my thing. And yes guys, that's what I have for you in this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share within and outside your circle. If you make this, please don't forget to tag me on Instagram at Lara Savage Creations. I'll be ready to showcase your work with all my growing followers and even here on YouTube. Also, joining as a member. Membership helps the channel a lot. The money helps in buying fabrics, doing so many things on this channel. And yes guys, until my next video, do have yourself a wonderful morning, noon or night wherever you are. It's still your favorite content creator and fashion entrepreneur, Lara Savage, signing out.